What if nuclear war happened right now? Wanna see? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Well, first, we have to know how and why are we so scared and terrified of these nuclear bombs, and truly see the history that is hiding and masking behind these bombs. It all started in World War II, at its height when the Americans were versus the Japanese Empire. In a moment of despair, the Americans designed 2 nuclear bombs, the first ever to be on this planet, with the likes of Oppenheimer and other scientists. These 2 bombs were Little Boy and Fat Man. The first bomb to ever be deployed was on August 6, 1945, which caused innocent lives to sadly disappear, with 140,000 of them. Later on, Fat Man was deployed in 9th of August 1945, which also led blood-boiling 74,000 casualties of innocent civilians. And ever since then, World War II ended in the 2nd of September 1945. And ever since this moment, the world was never the same. After World War II, where Germany was split apart, with the west and the eastern side being controlled by the Soviets and the west by the Americans and the Allies, there was a mutual rivalry with the Americans and the Soviets on who could make the most strongest and the most powerful bombs at a quick rate. And this crippled up to 40,000 nukes in the Soviet Union, while in America up to 30,000. And at this point, only 400 nukes could wipe out humanity. On 27th of October 1962, the world nearly ended. There was a Soviet officer in a Soviet submarine that did not press the nuclear core button because he thought that it was a mistake, and at the end it was. This man prevented the world to end, and to this day is thanked by many. He did not win a Nobel Peace Prize. However, through the 1990s, treaties and mutual deals were done to decrease the amount of armed nuclear weapons to be in both nations of America and Russia. And now we're here in 2024, where America has 3,708 live nuclear weapons, while Russia has 5,580 live nuclear weapons, with other nations like the UK with 225, Israel with 90, France with 290, and much more. However, the doomsday clock has revealed that we have been closest to ever to nuclear war, 90 seconds to midnight. And this has been due to Israel-Palestine conflict, the Russian-Ukraine conflict, China taunting Taiwan, and also China having disputes with Japan, forcing them to build up their military. So now, we're here, and I think it's time to show you what damage this can truly do. So here we go. What if nuclear war happened right now? Wanna see? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Once the nuke is dropped, a fireball is made as hot as the sun, evaporating and vaporizing anyone in that place, making it instantaneous death to those poor people. And then after the fireball, a 2-kilometer shockwave zaps around the radius, destroying buildings in any way, shape or form, imploding them into dust. "98% of people in this radius are lost. And at mere seconds, 120,000 civilians are killed. Those who are in the radius of 11 kilometers from the blast will suffer third-degree burns and may, when looking at the light, suffer possible blindness. And the main reason for the loss of life will be the collapse of buildings that happens instantaneously once the shockwave is sent, killing more than the radiation itself. And at the end of this one bomb, 500,000 are killed. Then after the nuclear bomb, after a few minutes, radiation is settled across the landscape of the fallout. And this is not the end. There are 512 cities in the world that have a population over 1 million. So imagine this scenario happening at least 512 times. It's a mind-boggling figure, and this all would happen at once. Everyone suffering, everyone losing lives, loved ones, in mere minutes. However, the worst has not been done yet. Nuclear winter. Once nuclear winter hits, after merely months, nations will crumble down and decrease by 20 degrees, with Canada reaching as cold as -15, America reaching as -20, when in Nevada it had reached 50 degrees Celsius at its peak, with Asia and Europe being even colder, with Russia being at -30 degrees Celsius, and as south as Libya to -12.5 degrees Celsius. No plant or life would survive at these extreme weather conditions. And the reason for all of this will be the fallout material that is stuck in the atmosphere, preventing the sunlight from reaching the planet. And after merely months, the Earth dies. So if this answered your question of what would truly happen if nuclear warfare happened at this moment, it is shocking that the world would end and no life would survive.